Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. This is a continuation of my Genoa campaign. It's 1661 now. Let's see, we are making roughly 600 ducats a month in income. The vast majority of that comes from trade. Almost 1,000 ducats from trade. 84 ducats from taxation, 118 ducats from production, so pretty much nothing. Like 1/6 of my income comes from taxation and production. The majority of it, trade. Which makes sense since we are a merchant republic. A little bit from tariffs, 36 ducats, nothing from vassals. And then a little bit from spoils of war. I am privateering in the Adriatic. And then a little bit from war reps, and then a tiny, minuscule amount from knowledge sharing. Let's see, expenses, 613. Army still mercs. Lots of ships. We are in Empire. No, we're not in Empire. We are hegemonic. So we do have 3,000 pops. We have, not pops, but development. 3,117 development. I think I gained 80 development in 3 years just from building stuff. Because I remember looking at that in 1657 and it was like 3,050 and now it's 3,117. So it's pretty powerful just building stuff. Let's see. Our capital, Liguria, has 174 development. There are 766,000 people living here. Urban gravity is above 1 million, so I'd like to see that urban pop hit above 1 million. That'd be nice. I think it's gaining about 3,000 a year, so it might take a while. I've been building canals in my provinces. Hopefully I can increase that food. Most provinces are way below their urban gravity. And that's ties back into me looting Egypt a while ago, because now they're producing less food. But it is what it is. I took their ducats and built stuff, so I can wait. I'm patient. See, we have a rank 4 capital here in our capital. Pretty much built every single building possible except for the naval military chain. Because we can't do civil art academies because you need innovative for that. And I don't think it's really worth it anyway because we're already Continental Art and Intellectual Center, so I'm not going to go innovative for that. Probably build these eventually. There's a little bit of urban gravity and a little bit of trade power. That's pretty much what we would want. And then the naval force limit's pretty decent. Hopefully we can get this to 200 development soon. That'd be nice. The other provinces, Ponente has 88 developments. Nice, 84. This province is lagging behind. The other one's 48 only. Provenza, probably the second best province in our republic. 347,000 urban pop. Also, Liguria makes how much? Liguria makes 550 ducats a year. They don't really have anything to spend that on, so they spend it on other provinces. I don't know if they actually spend that, though, because I don't see them building anything in these provinces that has this modifier. Like, I can't noticeably see them build anything. And there's no pop-ups if the provinces build buildings, so can't really track it that way. Provenza makes 200 ducats a year. Let's see. What other provinces are there? Lorca's pretty good, I'd say. 129,000 urban pop. Palermo, I think Palermo's the third best province. 153,000 urban pop, and they make 95 ducats. Tunis, 63 developments. 202 urban pop. 86 ducats. Algiers is the largest city on the African continent. I don't know if that's the entirety of Africa. I imagine it is. I don't know if they split that up into multiple, like the top half of the continent and the bottom half of the continent. Probably not, but I don't know. They make 115 ducats here. 123 trade power. Also, I don't know why, but Palermo has 6.08 rural goods produced, which gives it 14 ducats of production. I think that's just some provinces are hard-coded to have a higher base. Because most provinces have a base that's sub 0.1. But then there's some provinces that have just tons of rural goods produced. And it's base, so I can't really see it. I noticed it a lot with the provinces that have wood. Provinces with wood will generally have above 1 rural goods produced. There's no way to actually increase that unless you do. There's certain ideas that give rural goods produced modifier. And then there's a couple, I think giving some privileges to the burghers will also increase that. But it doesn't increase the base, it just increases the percentage. Sabia. See, they make 100 ducats. 198,000 urban pop. Lisbon kind of got this province later, so they're not doing pretty good. They're not doing too good comparatively. 100,000 urban pop. Naples is in that same vein. 70,000 urban pop. Damietta, 85 developments. 210,000 urban pop. 115 ducats they're making. They have level 3 modifiers. Constantinople. Had this province forever, but I really haven't built a lot in it. 278,000 urban pop. 110 ducats. Kaffa, 73 ducats. 172,000 urban pop. I think those are the main provinces that are above 75 development. In Europe, at least. I haven't really conquered anything. I did threaten war for these two provinces. That's about it in Europe. And then I'm just conquering Peru. Conquering the Incas for Peru, so they're going to have all this territory eventually. I don't expect it to add much. Mexico is finally coring all of their territory. They finally cored their capital. Pretty much since they got that capital and they moved it, it hasn't been cored. So hopefully they'll start actually making money now. There's still negative tax. Some of these provinces have a lot of development, so they it's these 4 provinces here, which are more than almost 200 dev. And then there's some provinces over here as well, which have decent amount of dev that are not cored yet. So they still got a bit of ways to go before they can actually make positive tax income. Their autonomy sucks anyway. Autonomy with colonial nations, especially Peru, just horrible. Because they don't build roads. You can try to get them to build roads. I tried to get Mexico to build a road once. In this province. Because it's right next to their capital. They built a canal. Except they didn't have the money for it, and it cost 5,000 ducats. So they took out a bunch of loans to build this canal, so I had to pay off their loans. 5,000 ducats just for a canal. Damn AI. I'm fighting Ming, just taking ducats. I don't plan on taking land from them, because I have a pretty dominant share of the trade without taking any land, except in this province, which is the richest province, but it's above 50% in all these provinces over here, except this one. If I throw some more trade ships there, I could probably get that up to 50%. I do have the force limit, 70 extra ships I could build. I'll probably do a land invasion towards the end of the campaign and just loot everything over here. Or I'll try, at least. And that'll probably be 30, 40 years down the line, maybe a little bit more. Let's see, religion map mode, pretty much the same. There's no league wars or anything. Florence is still the emperor. I did burn down Florence, which gave me a little bit more ducats because it reduced their trade power in that node. Let's see, autonomy still sucks over here, but it's decreasing. Then again, most of these provinces over here suck, so it doesn't really matter. I didn't really build over here because I had a dominant share of the Black Sea trade, so kind of ignored it. Wasn't really necessary, but as I build in all my provinces, these provinces will get built up as well. Built a lot of forts. 100 ducats for forts. And then I'm doing colonial nation up here. I got this colonial nation here. New Genoa. Because it's New England, so it's not New England anymore. It's New Genoa. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to hit 1,000 ducats of trade soon. That's the idea. Probably build more light ships and throw them over here. Get that trade, pull it to the Tyrrhenian, and get above 1,000 ducats. Should be nice. Alright, that's pretty much it. That was the status update. So I will see. I'll be back in another couple of decades probably with another one. We'll see how far we can go. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.